So the check-in is good. They say Mr. Larry Hoover, one of the cases or one of the elements they wanted to try to attribute to Mr. Larry Hoover was that Mr. Larry Hoover had a day called Nation Day. And so with Nation Day, they were saying that Mr. Larry Hoover was having all the people that had influence, who had some type of ranking power that was making money on the streets of Chicago, whether west side or south side or north, no matter where you at. Nation Day was on a Sunday, and so Nation Day posed to been that anybody that's selling work, everybody that's selling work on Sundays, you have to sell work that got to be dedicated only to the nation work. You have to sell the nation work, and all that money have to go to, allegedly to Mr. Larry Hoover and his family. That never was. I never heard that until the federal government said that, on the news or in an indictment or wherever I heard it from, as far as in the records of trial transcripts, things of that nature. But from my viewpoint of what was always told to me, and that could have been very well told to the men that had all this money, that was the big ball of men back in the days that was getting a whole lot of money, that Nation Day was for them. But for me, and that when I heard about Nation Day, it was always that we got to keep the communities clean on Sunday. They was talking about getting out here and making sure everybody was everything that happened was giving an update on what happened throughout the week in the community. That's what Nation Day was about. Making sure we get all the garbage up and clean up, and everybody basically enjoy themselves on that day. We throw little parties in your community in the hood.